Hey guys, what's going on? Oh wow. I had the most intense night that I ever had. So right now actually it's Saturday morning and last night was just the worst night for me. And I wanted to share it with you guys because I really want to see, and I know I'm not the only one. Of course, you're never the only one in this world going through this of, living not by yourself, but living with your folks. Let's see. So I am just going to go say this about myself. Right now, it's like I'm not living in my own place. And I'm not sure about the status of others, but I know I'm not living in my own place. I'm 26 years old, and I'm not living in my own place. I'm living in a place, but it's not my own, meaning that, it's not my own apartment, house, whatever. I live with my mother, and I live with her husband for almost 2 years. And from the very beginning, since they before they got married, to the time they were married to right now, it's just been a living nightmare for me. Not all the time, but just sometimes it's such a hassle. And last night was just gotta be the worst. I mean, there were other times that I would go through my mom bitching or saying things, or it's issues about, okay, you have to pay money for certain things, and which some of the stuff I don't really understand, because if you're working and you have a husband that works full time and makes a lot of money, you have to understand on my part that I can't give you what I can give you, because I have my other stuff bills. Like, for example, like I own a car, I have to pay car insurance, car payment, cell phone, all the other stuff, even cable. I even got my own cable because they were just bitching about that. So I'm just going to share about like what happened last night, because I'm trying to work on doing another video, just do a little video on trending news and stuff that I found interesting on Facebook. But I want to share what I experienced last night, and just like this video is just something for me to just relieve the tension and stress, because I was pissed off as fuck. I'm just gonna say it like that. I was pissed off as fuck. I had never been so angry before in my entire life. I don't know why in the world I was angry, but I was really, really angry. So last night was I was actually home in the afternoon, like earlier during the day. I took care of some errands, and since it was Friday afternoon, okay, my mom had to go to work, and of course her husband goes to work at 2, so he goes to work an hour before her. So when I got here, they were both gone, and I just came back from the grocery store. So I had one of my Facebook friends, a guy that I'm seeing, I met him on Facebook, and he said he wanted to actually go out and have dinner, because we haven't went out for weeks. And okay, so I was planning on doing that. So I put all the groceries away, I got myself freshened up, try to find something like casual to wear, because it was like my day off, my last day before I go back to work tomorrow. So why not? So I went along and I did that, and then about 2 hours later, I believe, my mother was saying that, okay, suddenly her car wouldn't start. Like, she had drove the truck. She actually has a truck, not a car, but a truck. She drove the truck to work, and then for some reason, the car went flat. And I was telling her, I was like saying, oh my God, I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. I mean, really? I mean, how did that happen? Because I actually saw her the night before. Sometimes I come to her job and try to keep her company to beat the day through. And I'm sorry, they're working out there. I went with her the other night before, and we sat there pretty good, and the car was running really good. We were watching movies on her portable DVD player.
Sweatpants too small.
And all that.
Look.
Later. I'm doing some right now. Just
okay,
later.
I'm gonna put them right there.
Okay. See, that's exactly the shit that what I'm talking about. Pinpoint exactly. That's why I'm making this video now, to try to give you, at least young ones, an advice. But back to my story. Okay, so I was with her the other night. We were watching DVDs and stuff like that. And I was saying, like, Mom, you know, maybe it could be your battery, because she was charging her DVDs and her DVD player and stuff. Okay, so she said she was going to call her husband and then call their insurance company. I wasn't sure about what to do. I was just lying here relaxing, waiting for my friend to come in, you know, and all that. So I was thinking everything was okay. Okay, she contacted her husband. She didn't call me for like a couple minutes. And then before then, the doorbell rings, and there goes my friend. He's at the door. I invited him in for a little bit, and you know, I'm not actually like going to into detail or nothing like that, but you know, some of you, like, you know. So the phone rings while I was like in the middle of a, you know, and it wasn't her, it was her husband. And he was like on my phone saying something about a key, which at time I didn't really understand or anything like that, because I found out she had called me, but I was just busy, you know, with my friend doing stuff and all that, that I didn't even get the call because my phone was on vibrate. So he was saying that he said I got off the phone with him, and I was trying to get my friend, you know, like some attention, because I wasn't even sure whether if I had to go across town where she worked. You know what I mean? I wasn't even sure of that. So from there, so when I was doing that, I was in the middle of, you know, like with my friend, we were, you know, just coming and closing and all that. I'm not even gonna go into detail with none of that. And I'm sorry, it's just all kinds of interruptions. And from there, the phone rings again, and it's my mom. She said, she had sounded so pitiful on the phone. Said, can you come over? My feet are cold. Can you bring me a cup of coffee? And, you know, everything. And I go like, yeah, Mom, sure, I'll be right there. So I had to, you know, after we wrapped up, I had to tell him that we couldn't, you know, go out to eat today, you know, because not this time. Maybe, you know, like another time, because my mama needs me. And that's one thing about, like, my mom can get on my nerves, but, you know, inside I love her deeply. Like, me and my mom are like this. We're really close, because I'm the baby girl. I'm the last one she had, and we just do everything together. It's like we're more than just mother and daughter. We're like sisters. Like, she reminds me of a sister, because me and my sister, we don't talk on a regular basis. So there's nothing I won't do without her. So I have a good heart. I wouldn't, you know, leave her out in the cold, because I didn't have no problem coming over, but it was like I was in a mashup or something. So, like, on my way over there, like, after he had left and everything like that, because she said she had called the A&A guy, and he tried to start up the car, but it was like another issue. I think it was a start or something like that. So I was, on my way over, I got my clothes and everything. But there was one problem. I had like 2 stops to go to, because I had to pick up her coffee and I had to put gas in my Honda Tucson, because the gas was like almost on E, and I didn't call it till the last minute. I'm like, oh my God, I have to put gas in here, because I'm trying to keep her warm. And if I go there with no gas, then, you know, my truck's not going to start. So I did that, and the husband had called me like 3 times. Name's Herbie. He called me like 3 times exactly. And he had left a message, which I just found out this morning about what it said. I'm not even going to go into detail with it, because I'm the one that's trying to do, I'm not going to do a lot of cussing, or, you know, limited that cussing. But it was just like, for me, it was just completely uncalled for with what he said on that phone to me. He made it seem like, even though I even asked her to this morning, did you tell him that I was on my way? He made it seem like I didn't even really give a damn about my mother, that I was going to let her freeze in the cold. He talking about he's threatening to throw me out because he pays the majority of bills on here. I work part-time at a clothing store. And like I said, I think in my last video, I'm in the process on trying to get this job, and I'm praying to God that it works out. I appreciate you guys, to just pray for me in the situation, but that's just completely uncalled for somebody to do that. So I made it over there to her, and when I was over there, she was working with this young guy. He was like 2 years younger than me. He wasn't really that bad looking, but he was like a big type of guy. So he came over to my car, like on my side, and he wouldn't even leave. Like, he just literally stand there on my driver's side, just sitting there trying to get the heat in my damn face. And I'm like, what in the world? Like, not only if I have to come over here and sit up in here when I, had my mind on trying to relax and, get dinner and have a drinks and everything for last night, I had to deal with somebody in my face. And I tell you guys, I was so fucking furious that I hit the gas, and I don't know if I scratched the tires a bit, but I haul ass out of that place. And then I said, from this whole weekend, do not even speak to me, do not even say anything to me. I'm just gonna be in this room like I'm doing right now, get dressed, go to work, go home, get me some sleep, wake up, go to work, and then go for a walk or whatever. So overall, my messages, it's just like, it's just a headache. Right now, I'm just sitting here, like, I just had breakfast, and I feel like a throbbing pain in my head. I'm going to take some aspirin for that and rest before I go to work later today. It's just, overall, it's a nightmare. It really is. When you're living with your folks, of course, I know everybody goes through it. Every single person went through it. They had their own stages. They deal with different type of parents, whether if they're strict. My friend, he was telling me about his folks were strict to a point that he had to leave, and it was a struggle for him. And I know it's a struggle for people right now. But it's not for me. I just feel like leaving, to be honest. I know I have like one person. I have my father. He's still alive and breathing. He told me I don't have no problem going over there. But the problem is I'm not used to, like living with him because I'm a female. And it's not like, the way I was when I was little. When I was little, I would love to go over his house non-stop. I would have my toys over there, my little fun stuff over there when I was little. And I go, oh, I love to be in Dave's house. Like, I would have toys in my room here, and I would have nothing but toys over there on his house. Like, so many toys, but those were the good days. So, yeah, so I don't really, to be honest, I really don't want to, like, stay with them or anything like that. But if it prevents me not to keep on putting up with this shit right here, because I'm living here where they always constantly want money. I mean, even though I'm working a 15 to 20 hour job, I was working too, but for some reason the other job, got laid off because they had laid off me and a bunch of other people at my, I was doing security at a security job. I have no choice but to work in my other retail job, and I have my bills and my other stuff, and it's just literally a struggle for me right now. So I'm in a tight fix right now, and I don't need to be stressed. I could, like, if I have to move, I'll leave. Okay, I really wouldn't even care. I wouldn't really even care. So I know that, like I said, I know some of you guys are probably, going through it with your folks, and I'm not sure how old you are, but if you have like some money hidden, I'm just going to like give you guys like some tips and advice, especially the younger ones. If you're going through it as a teenager, this is something that I wish I should have done like 6, 7, 8 years ago, before I even reached, 18, when I was a teenager. I'm going to say this to you. It's the first thing that you have to do and if it's not you, or if it's anyone any age, just try to learn to save some money. I mean, that's what I'm gonna plan on doing. Try to get yourself like a good job, and a job that's paying good, and put your budget down on where you would like to go. There are plenty of banks you can put like a trust fund, or I mean, not a trust fund, but you can open a savings account or some kind of housing account that, wherever the banks provide. I'm not even sure about, what they do, but you have to, think of something, come up with a game plan. Like, if it were left up to me, back then when I was like 17, 18 years old, I didn't have the opportunity. I mean, I didn't want to, because my mother, she spoiled me. Like, back then, before she even got married, it was just me and her. And she literally, spoiled me to a T. So I didn't really take the time, anything that I wanted to do, she let me do it and all that. And right now, I feel like as though I'm paying the price at 26 years old. And I don't know which way I'm going right now. I'm just trying to ask the good Lord. But I just want to like give like two advices right now. And the first advice, like I said, is just try to save money. I would try to like get a good job or two. If you're not in school and you're dealing with your folks or whatever, just go ahead and just work and try to save your money. I would definitely try to do that, because sometimes it works out. And the second thing you can do, another thing that I did, is I had applied for the waiting list. And it was back in October. It was like right then when I was going through all this, shit around this house. I go like, I can't take it no more. You can't have people coming over. You can't have people to stay with you. Everything's an issue. You have to be balled up in this room like you don't date, like you don't have a life, and it's ridiculous, And it's nuts. So the second thing I would say is just the waiting list. That will work out as well too. Like I would go to my nearest housing department. I know there was one time, like back in October, they had an announcement for the lottery slots, and I applied for it. And guess what? My application is active, but it takes 6 months to a year. That's the one thing that sucks about it. So it seemed like every day I'm hunting down for a letter, or praying that the letter will come from the heavens and hit that mailbox so I can say, okay, I got my first start on getting me a place. Yeah, so I would look into that and try that. Do any information that you can. I know one time they're closing it, but I remember it was opening back up, but I'm not really sure of that. So I would try to look into that. And third most, I know I said two, but the third one I would like to give advice to, it's just stay in school. I guess it's those that are working and trying to go to school at the same time, because I go like, if you go to school, then you have a better chance of getting a career that pays good money, and you can go for your place like that. Or or go to school, or stay with a friend or a family member that won't give you such a damn hard time. That you can do what you can do, like what I'm planning on doing, because I know there's no way in the world I'm going to be working full time and keep going through this bullshit in here. I'm just not going to. Okay, so I'm gonna run by the rules, run by the advice. Sorry, one last time before I wrap it up. Okay, the first thing is save money. Like, if you work two jobs, it's best to just save your money. Figure out a budget, save your money for your place to stay. Number two, I would advise you to try to go to your nearest like Section 8 office in your county or in your state, whatever, and try to ask about the waiting list. Just ask them if they can like take your number, or whatever you need to do. Just go ahead and do it, because it helped me out. The third thing, stay in school. I would say for those who are, say, going to work full-time or part-time, or going to school at the same time, stay in school and remain focused. So that way you can go ahead and get your degree and whatever career that you're going for, so you can get a good job and make good money. Wish the best luck to you. And for if you know you're dealing with a whole lot of shit, stay with a family member or friend or anyone that you have to have a peace of mind to stay sane. Okay, so I'm just gonna wrap it up, guys. I got like a whole lot of training posts that I want to make, but this is like the part one of the video that I am going to make. I don't know if you guys want me to make another one, or if you want to see, update stats of what's going on. If you have any questions, or if you'd like to share anything, just make sure to comment down below the video. And also, I want to say thank you guys for, viewing the videos. I'm not sure if you guys view the videos regularly or come across them, but I really appreciate it. It seems like it's coming out really, really good with the channel and all. So I really, really appreciate it. So thank you guys. And whoever subscribed to me, I want to thank you guys also as well. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next time.